Welcome to the Pharaoh's Realm podcast. I'm your host, Black Pharaoh. And on today's show, we have a super special young lady because when I first came across her content, she did the ultimate flex. So let me give you some background on that. We were in a pipeline mentorship where Stone Mountain interviews, stream. I don't even remember who the streamer was he was interviewing at the time. So we're in Zoom. I'm looking at all the names because of course, I want to see who else is in the Zoom and who's on camera and kind of put a face to some of the names because in the Discord you don't really see the faces. So she put Sam All Star on Facebook, and I was like, "Yo, that was mad!" Like, it was so innovative and smart because not only did she have her name on there, but she had where you can find her content at. So it was the ultimate marketing decision. And I was like, so I sent that message. I was like, yeah, I like that. Like, and I think I copied it the next one, but that was the ultimate, flex that, hey, here's my name and here's where you can find me. And there was probably at least 40 to 50 other streamers in there, but she was the only one that said, this is where you can find me. And ever since then, I've been a fan of her content. Awesome Call of Duty streamer, big time, getting kills, getting some dubs out there. But again, let me go ahead and introduce you guys to the one and only Sam All Star. So yes, I had to give you that glowing intro because again, that was probably, I've never seen anybody do it since, but that was the ultimate big marketing flex. And it led to me finding your like, I didn't have to search your name. I didn't have to, going into the different platforms to find you. You just put it out there and I was like, all right, that was a big flex. I like that.
Thank you. Put the FB. I was like, just find me on Facebook. Thought it was pretty smart.
Yeah. Listen, nobody's done it since. Nobody's like, that was thinking outside of the box because again, in this game, we have to find ways of getting our content out there. And in a Zoom call, you just put up like I said, that was the ultimate flex. And you got a follower and a fan out of me just from doing that. So
cool. I'm glad.
All right, so I always start off the podcast. I ask everybody the same question: what game was the first to get you started in gaming, not streaming, but actual gaming itself?
So this question rang in my mind like a couple times because there's so many different games that I've played since when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
But the first game that I really wholeheartedly enjoyed was Zelda.
Okay.
Zelda is my all-time favorite childhood game. Nintendo 64, just chilling, the nostalgic vibes, just all of that. And I just think that's the game that got me into gaming. Like that, and I think 007.
Okay.
So there's a couple.
The GoldenEye one.
Yeah. Make or break friendships and relationships, that game.
And I'm glad you said that because a lot, and I've talked about 007 on the podcast before, and a lot of people don't realize, I always say that was the first introduction. A lot of us got into Battle Royale, and of course you had the split screens and everything, but it really did start some fight because somebody's screen jacking you, so they're watching your screen to see where you're moving, but you got to be so skilled and they don't realize, but that game took a lot of skill,
It did. That and Halo. Halo was definitely a friendship killer as well. It's just really bad. We used to play that. I think that was like the first PC game I ever played was Halo. I would play it in school and like lab, and we would just download it and play all together, and we just kick some butt. It's fun.
Yeah, and Halo.
Zelda for sure.
Zelda. Okay, yeah. See, now I'm just gonna flex my age, show my age a little bit. See, I remember Zelda when it came with the gold cartridge for the regular Nintendo, the very first one. So
the NES.
The very first Nintendo Entertainment System. Yeah, that Zelda. Yeah, I played. I mean, that game had you engaged for hours. I mean, their franchise has done so well, and I wish they would find a way to reboot it, now because it was a fun franchise. Maybe it's Link's son now. Maybe the Link and Princess had a son.
Yeah, maybe that would be cool.
Yeah, I would like to see them bring that back. But that game,
you think Zelda and Link would be married or something? They would have got together. Maybe Link would have been king or.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, even if he's not king, he could be in like a Queen Elizabeth type situation where, where she's the queen and he's kind of like like how
Yeah, like
Prince William was.
yeah,
He wasn't officially king. They labeled him as he just stayed married as a prince, but technically he was the king. So
yeah. I feel like that would fit Link. That would fit Link.
and now their son is out doing his adventures and something. So we got to find a way to get that in Nintendo's hands and make sure we get our
Yeah,
cut. So Nintendo,
yeah,
if
for
you're
sure.
watching, we gave you an idea. We're giving you a blueprint. Make sure you get us our cut.
You should trademark it before they steal it. Actually, and have them buy it from us.
Exactly. So tell me about your first streaming experience. So now we're gonna, now you're transitioning into streaming. What? Tell me about your first stream. Like the first time you said, you know what? Now I'm going live. Like I'm going live, and you hit that live button. What was that whole experience like?
I actually have went back and looked at my first VOD. I think that was the first. Yeah, I think I still have my first one on there. It sucks because they're gonna expire soon. But if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's really funny. I was just sitting in my living room on the couch, just chilling, playing. I think it was Black Ops 2, maybe.
Hmm.
I don't know. It was 2016, I think, is the first time I streamed.
Okay.
So was it? It was probably Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3, one of
I
those
think it was
games.
three. It might have been three by
It might have
then.
been 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. I think it was what it was 3. It was with the exosuits or whatever.
Hmm.
And I don't know. It was just so fun. But I was always having audio issues and the typical streamer
Right.
stuff. But I still thought it was great. I had interactive viewers. People were watching me. It was fun. I liked it, and that's kind of how I got into streaming for real. I just grabbed a webcam, grabbed a laptop, capture card with my PS4, and just went to it. It's fun.
Wow. Yeah. And what platform did you start on? Was it
I
Mixer or
think
was it or Twitch or Facebook
I
Gaming? Which
started
one?
on Twitch, yeah,
Twitch.
because
Okay.
you could stream from straight from PS4 to Twitch.
Right.
So I was
Right.
like, okay, that's cool. I'll just start off on Twitch. I became affiliate like a month or two later, and then I saw all these Facebook streamers, and I was like, Facebook is cool. It's more interactive. I can post, I can make events, I can interact with my followers. People can comment on my content, and I was like, I think I'm gonna start multi-streaming. So I started multi-streaming, and then I reached affiliate, and then I don't know. I kind of just fell off from Twitch. I preferred Facebook more. It was just better for me, and I had more followers on there. So I was like, I'm just gonna pick one, and I went straight to Facebook. So that's where I am now.
Yeah, and I like I mean I kind of dabble back and forth between the platforms, but Facebook. See, me being an older gentleman, I ain't got time for somebody's kids coming in my streams and trolling. I ain't got time, and that's so I started with Mixer, and that was the biggest problem with Mixer was all the little kids coming in and trolling. And to your point, I like Facebook just felt more comfortable because one, I'm dealing with adults. I'm dealing with probably actual real people and not, them bot followers and stuff like that. So yeah, I can see, again, Facebook gaming to me, I think they're losing an opportunity now to really grow. So let me ask you this, because I got impacted by this. How did you feel when the algorithm changed back in October? Were you even affected by that algorithm change, like
I
most of
wasn't
us?
actually because I wasn't even really that big to begin with, so it didn't really affect me. But I've had some growth from October till now, so I'm still feeling kind of blessed. But I feel like it could go a little faster, but that's okay. The big time streamers got the algorithm. I'll get up there, soon, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, and you're only 5 years into, so you're basically at the halfway point where most of them were,
So
are.
actually, I stopped streaming for
Oh.
2 years.
Oh, okay.
So this past year is actually when I started taking it seriously. So I think it was August, maybe almost a year now is when I took it very seriously and started going full time. I think when I stopped, I had about probably 100 followers. I wasn't a level up when I stopped,
Okay. Okay.
and then yeah, I stopped for real for like 2 years, just to focus on work and stuff like that. And then I just went full on out now. So it's been almost a year. Yeah, I think in August it'll be
Yeah.
a year.
And sometimes you need that break. I mean, when I started on Mixer, I had took a break because mentally I just didn't like the direction my content was going, and and I didn't like the way. So and everybody that knows me knows I'm always the first person to big somebody up when they come in my stream. Hey, go watch this person. And I was just running into too many people that was making it a competition. Meaning, you showed them some love, but then they wasn't showing the love back. And it's like, look, you know, if somebody's going to come into my stream, you spend 15, 20 minutes in my stream. People do it now because they know I like that. Come in 15, 20 minutes. Yo, Pharoah, what's up? You know, talk for a bit. Yo, I'm out there. Let me run. Because I know, again, you can't spend 4 or 5 hours in somebody's stream. Like, you know, when you're on, I'm typically at work. So I can jump into your stream. You know, when I'm chatting with you during the day, I'm typically at work. So I leave you up and I have a couple other windows up, but I want to make sure
Yeah.
that, you know, I'm giving you, you know, that viewership, and a lot of people
At
don't.
least the 1 minute view, you know. At
Well,
least the 1 minute view. Those
right,
are helpful.
and that's what a lot of people don't realize. So a lot of people get into a space where they think, well, you know, if I shout out Sam, everybody's gonna go watch Sam, and nobody's gonna come watch me. And it's like, but Sam's content is way. First of all, you play solos. I don't play solos. I can't stand play. I don't know how you do it. I can't stand playing solos because I always run into cameras in the boneyard. Never fails. I'll be getting a good game in. Minute I hit that boneyard, can't somebody's camping in the plane somewhere. Like, never fails. So, but our content is different, and it's supposed to be different. Everybody's supposed to be unique, but at the same time, if we celebrate each other, this is how it grows. And a lot of people just kind of, you know, they just kind of mix. They missed that boat. They totally missed that boat.
I'm finding a lot of streamers that are actually really good at that. You know, supporting each other. I feel like I have a really good clique of
Good.
streamers that I normally game with or play with or interact with, and we all just kind of help each other out. Like we gift each other stuff. We'll buy each other, I don't know, like Windows Home 10 or send someone a green screen or something that they need. It's better than it was. It definitely is. It's better than it was.
Yeah, yeah, and that's
People are starting to understand, you know, helping each other,
right, and that's
supporting
all,
each other.
and that's what we should do. I always say, give each other a hand up and not a foot, not a Timberland boot.
Yeah.
You know, and you still got people, you know, out there. You know, somebody, I don't know if you heard, somebody just posted an old video about Jeff Leach, and basically he lost his Activision deal, and
I didn't hear about that.
yeah, he was messing with a troll in his comments back in like 2017. I don't have the full details on it. I'm just trying to give a summary, but so supposedly he made a sexist comment, but you got to think you was talking to comedian Jeff Leach and not, you know, streamer Jeff Leach. He was in comedian mode. The guy's a comedian. So when people troll him in a comedy show, comedians react a certain way, and he reacted a certain way, and it was another streamer. We'll talk offline about it, but it was another streamer that posted it that got it that lost him his Activision deal, and
Oh no.
yeah, and then see that, and that's what I'm saying. The kind of hate that's out there. Why, like, you know, you're worried about what this man's doing, so you bring up something from 2017 to kind of
Yeah,
like,
the past stuff really gets me. It's like that you know, that was 4 years ago or something like that. So that's not the person he is today, so it shouldn't matter.
right, and he's got a, you know, beautiful wife or fiance and stuff. I mean, he's a comedian. This is what they do when you come into these streams. They gonna troll you. They gonna, you know, I mean, you know, they're gonna use language that, you know, they may not know, you know, most streamers wouldn't use. But I put up on Twitter, I said I thought Activision was just looking for a way out because he's making money off the Ghost brand,
Oh
and
no.
oh, yeah, I don't know why your camera. Oh, there you go.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Weird.
we'll make it work. I have.
Okay.
Listen, one thing I've learned.
Editing skills.
Yeah, one thing I've learned about doing this podcast, my editing skills are top
A1.
notch. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I need to go into business with that. But just to quickly touch up on that. But yeah, but basically somebody, you know, just ruined him, and Activision, I think, was looking for a way out. And now with Activision blowing up with him doing the Ghost character, he can renegotiate his deal because they made so much money off the game, and I think they didn't want to do that. So I think they were just looking for a way out to, you know,
That sucks.
sever ties. Yeah.
It sucks.
So speaking of networking, you like me, like I said, I found you you know, in a Pipeline membership. How and you know, since you started back streaming, you know, how has Pipeline helped you in your journey? You know, getting restarted back on to full time streaming.
Before I found Pipeline, I was struggling to get followers and to get views, and I came across Pipeline because, you know, I obviously watched Stone Mountain, and he was talking about Pipeline, and I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. So I checked it out, and I got an annual membership, and at first I didn't take it as seriously as I should. I have to be honest, I wasted a lot of time, you know, doing other things and not focusing on Pipeline, not taking full advantage of Pipeline. that I wasted a little bit of time. But now that I have, and now that I'm, interacting with the community, they've really helped me gain more followers and be more confident, and just following their Twitter, following their posts, their inspirational tweets and all that. It's just really helped me become a more confident streamer and a more confident content creator. So it's a great community. Pipeline's pretty awesome. Their Discord and
Hmm.
all that is very positive. Has a very positive effect on you.
Yeah, and and like I said, I've been a member of Pipeline. I'm coming up on my July. It'll be my 1 year with Pipeline, and like I tell everybody all the time, and like I was telling you in our pre-production meeting, finding my niche was podcasting, and I've said this before, and that was a big thing. And like I said, I must also applaud you on your background because I remember, you didn't have a lot in your background before.
You remember my first time I got the room, or I don't know if you were around when I was streaming in like a green screen. I didn't even have a background.
Now, you always had the room like that. And for those of you that are listening, you have to watch the video. But she has so much cool stuff in her background now. And if you go, and like she said, if you go back to see when she first started in the room a couple of months ago, into how much she's added to it, like I said,
So dead.
I gotta do some more because you really like. I'm looking at you. And I'm like, okay, I gotta step my game up. I mean, I love that sign, by the way. That Sam All Star
Thank
sign
you.
was,
Thank you.
and your
And you
message.
actually can get it from Alibaba.com. They,
Really?
the
Okay.
Chinese manufacturers overseas, they make it specifically for you and ship it to you. It's pretty cool.
Okay, and then I like the other sign. You got positive vibe, and again, you're
Oh,
giving messages in your stream.
yes, yes.
Positive vibe
Positive
zone.
vibes only. Yes. I try. I try.
No,
Sometimes it doesn't happen, but I try.
well, you're guilty like the rest of us that when you get killed in COD and you know it's
Oh,
some
I
BS,
rage. Oh, I
and
rage.
yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie. I rage. You come into my stream when I'm raging, I apologize. I just got killed, or I lagged, or got killed.
and it's okay. Like I said, a lot of us rage. Like I said, I tell people all the time, if I didn't have this, because I have the Xbox Elite controller too that I use that I play on my PC. If I didn't have the $200 controller, I'd have so many dents and holes in my walls. It's not even funny.
That's the thing. I remember about how much all of this costs and how much I don't have the money to replace it right now. So, just gonna relax, do a little woosah, and just calm down, take a drink. Just let my team carry me at that point. That's all I got to do. I have faith in them.
Exactly, exactly. You gotta have faith in a team.
And
So
then
that
if we die, we just go again.
Hey, that's right. We ride together, we die together. That's right. Bad
Mm-hmm.
boy, bad girls for life. That's how we got to roll. So, what is your guilty pleasure game that you may or may not necessarily stream? Like, what is it? What is the one game that Like, I'll admit, I've been playing Fortnite probably more than I have in the last, since it's been out because I've found that game to be actually fun. So, I'm admitting on podcast. Yeah, I've been playing Fortnite behind the scenes. But what is that one game? What is your one go-to game behind your guilty pleasure game that you may or may not stream online?
I got back into RuneScape recently, and it's a online RPG game. It's like a wizards, mages, magic. It's kind of like League of Legends, but not as League of Legends. It's pretty cool. You can like craft and build and cut down trees. It's kind of like League of Legends Minecraft.
Okay.
It's like it's fun.
Yeah, I need to get into that space because you're the second person that said that RPG game is kind of like a guilty pleasure game. So I never got into World of Warcraft or Minecraft, but I might have to check that. I might. You
World
said
of Warcraft was so back then. It was probably 15. I don't know, not 15. Yeah, maybe 15 years ago I played World of Warcraft with my uncle, and I didn't get far. He loves that game, but not me. I can't play that stuff.
Yeah, I've always, even in Fortnite, like I don't have time. I don't do no building, and I ain't got time to build. I got time to shoot. I play Fortnite like COD. I ain't building. I ain't doing all this other fancy
That's
stuff.
probably how I would play Fortnite. I can't craft. I'm not a crafter. I mean, I probably could if I got the hang of it, but I don't know. I'd probably be focusing on killing people, not building. But it looks like it helps though, building.
Yeah,
Preventing death.
yeah, and that's what
Building a
they said. They
wall.
say you build to get a high advance, like you're building to
Yeah,
get
to
high
get height.
ground. Yeah,
Yeah, to get height. Yeah.
man, but I ain't got no time.
But yeah, RuneScape. I love that
RuneScape.
game.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look that up and check that out. Like I never heard of it, but like I said, I guess some RPG. I know people that play Minecraft because it's relaxing, it's a change up, and it's not always COD all the time.
They
Okay.
have actually two versions. They have the old version,
Mm-hmm.
which is RuneScape Old School. That's the one I play, the one from like my childhood.
Okay.
And then they have the new one. The new, it looks more modern. It looks more clean, but I don't really like that one.
Okay.
It's just I like the old school. Old
Old
school is
school one.
awesome. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go into Steam and see if I can find that. All right.
Yeah, totally. I think you might have to go to runescape.com to download it. I don't
Oh.
think Steam has it.
Oh. Okay.
But
Okay.
it's free. It's free though.
Hey, that's my favorite four-letter word. FREE. Free. If it ain't free
Right.
99, I ain't got the time. All right. So again, I complimented you on your headsets. Because I like the headsets with the cat ears. I think those are really cool. But what is your favorite? What is
Get some.
Nah, I can't do the cat ears. No. I know. Shout out to Morris Hall. He been rocking his wife's cat ears, but I can't.
That's
I can't
cute.
do it. But what has been your favorite device to use, like as part of your streaming gear? Like what's your most cherished device that you use as part of your stream setup?
I'd have to say my camera. My
Okay.
camera is probably my most cherished device. Close second is the Stream Deck. It has helped me so much and transitioning from my sources to my scenes to, doing my little voice mods and all that. Like it's pretty cool. So that's definitely a close second. But my camera, that's my prized possession.
And what kind of camera you have?
The Sony A6000. So it's a
Oh, okay.
mirrorless DSLR
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
Super awesome. Look at how clear it looks. It looks beautiful. I love it. You have a nice camera too.
I have a 5100. I have the
Yeah.
5100.
It's just so good. I love mirrorless cameras. And I when I found out I could use it as a webcam, I was like, oh, I'm going to do that.
Now you bring up a good point because every time, people always ask me, what should they invest in? What should they get? And again, from a podcast, I always tell people from a podcast perspective, your sound is your main thing. Like I said, I invested in this Shure mic, I invested in the Rodecaster, but my last investment was the camera. Best Buy just happened to get a bunch of them in, and excuse me, who? They just happened to get a whole bunch of them in. So I got one. I had to wait 2 weeks for it to come, but I got one. But to your point on the reverse, I'm happy. You got the A6000, and it does make it. People don't realize when you have clear camera quality, it makes that much of a difference in your
does.
content.
The first person I actually saw using a DLSR was Trevwar TV.
Okay.
I was like, hey, dude, your stream looks so crispy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I was like, the layout, the webcam, his aesthetics in the background. I was like, oh, that looks great, man. I was like, what kind of camera you got? And he was like, a Sony A6000. I was like, bet. I'm going to get me one. And I did. And I was like, thank you. That's another way we can help each other out is telling each other, good equipment to use. Good stuff.
Yeah, because like I said, and to your point, his. I mean, now your background actually rivals his background because he has a good background.
His is pretty awesome.
But now, like I said, but yours is with the flashing lights.
For a girl.
Yeah, but you got. You even got lights underneath your couch. You got Pikachu back there. You got your YouTube pillow. Your controllers up there. No,
chilling. Just got the cat right there.
I forgot. Yeah.
Right there. There's actually another cat right here on. Right there.
Oh my God! They like, look, we enjoying this.
They love it in here.
Yeah, the heat. I'm pretty sure they enjoy. The warmth coming off the lights and stuff.
Off
Yeah,
of everything. Yeah, they love the warmth.
All right, shout out to the. You know what? This is kind of thrown out there. You might want to get you a cat cam at some point.
I actually have one, but I just haven't set it up in a long time. I used to have a cat cam on screen. They would love it. They'd be like, "Oh, that cat's so cute," and I'm just like, "Oh, thanks." I just need to figure out where to put it.
Right.
That's something that I need to figure out where to put it.
Yeah, if they look
everywhere.
Yeah, well, you have two, so it's kind of hard to kind of make that balance.
I did have it facing the bed right here, Simon's bed. He's the boy that's right here. I did have it on the wall facing him, so it would just get him in the bed.
In the bed,
but I might do that again.
He back there like he got the hard knock life. He like, look, man.
Oh, he chilling.
He like, look, man. I be patrolling the house during the day, making sure.
This is his domain, for sure. He's the boss around here.
So, in your streaming journey, what has been the best advice that you've received as, from another streamer or from a viewer, but what has been the best advice you've received in your content creation journey?
I was in a mentoring session, or no, it was a Q&A with Giggle Stank,
Mm-hmm.
and she gave some really good advice. It was don't pay attention to the viewer count, which is something that I really have a problem with.
Right.
I'm just like, there's nobody in here. I'm not entertaining enough. But, I always think about it like they can go back and look at your VODs.
Right.
They can go back and look at your streams. If you're just sitting there and you're not entertaining, they're going to be like, oh, this is kind of whack. So just keep that in mind that your VODs they definitely help you with your follower count too, because people, if you're not live, what are they going to do? They're going to go back on your recent videos, right, and look at your stream. So just don't look at the viewer count, just have fun and be entertaining. Try not to have any of those awkward pauses, and write stuff down like an agenda or an itinerary for your stream. Just talking points, maybe, just in case there's a silence, you just bring up that topic and start talking about it. Maybe people want to talk about that, or are interested in that topic. Just try to have fun. All
No,
that good jazz.
yeah, no, that's interesting. Like I've never thought about doing talking points even for live. Like I never thought about that. That's
Yeah.
that's interesting. Like you said, for them dead spots. I mean, I know it's kind of easy, when you're playing
You es-
solos, but you can
you
kind of still.
especially you especially since you're a podcast, creator, content creator. I think most podcasts should run like a news channel, maybe like have a paper out in front of them, talk about these specific topics, maybe, do an agenda for that stream or that podcast. It's just a good idea. Just good to stay organized sometimes, just so you have things to talk about constantly.
No, no. Like I said, I get it. Look at Sam dropping $1,000 worth of game on me. Look at that.
Free advice. There you guys go.
No, I'm definitely
Priceless.
going to clip that because again, I mean, from a podcast perspective, I have show notes and stuff like that. I have my questions. I have my, I call it my showrunner because I'm just,
Yeah,
taking those.
that's
But I
it
never
right
thought
there.
about doing. I honestly never thought about doing that for an actual live stream because most of us just jump on and we're playing and
Go,
we just go.
yeah.
Like you said, we go. But what happens when you have those dead periods, or what happens, when people, and again, my mind is just racing right now because I'm like
Racing, yeah.
on the VODs when I'm, I mean, I started doing streams, my last couple of streams, I've actually been talking about the editing process and I'm about to put up this week for the audio process, which kind of does that. But now if I outline that, I can make that content probably even better.
Yeah. It's always good to get some advice from an outside source, outside viewer.
Yeah, nah.
We're just so close to our own craft, we don't see that kind of stuff. And that's why sometimes I even go back at my VODs and look at my streams and see what could I improve on? What am I doing good? What do people like? What are people interacting with the most? What topics that I'm bringing up that people are chatting about? Because, you don't get a lot of chatters. Some people are just in there to look, to
yeah.
view. And that's okay. That's totally okay because, they're tied to their personal profile. Maybe they don't want their name on something like that, or to come out like that. So I mean, it's just good. It's just good to have all around, just a good thing.
No, that is. No, that's like I said. That's great. Like I said, I'm going to clip it. That's some really great advice. Like I said, you
Thanks.
just dropped.
That's the advice that I received. That's the best advice.
Pass it on.
Passing it on.
Amen to that. So, what are some of the challenges you've had to overcome, whether from when you either just started streaming or even just getting back into streaming, back in August? Like, what are some of the challenges you've had to overcome, to get, to start and then get restarted?
I think the mental side of it all. When I stopped, I was probably not in the best place to stream, but I did it anyway.
Right.
And just coming back from all the things that people deal with in life and all of our personal quarrels and challenges and obstacles, just coming back to it and being mentally ready for it, I think was the most challenging. And just wanting to do it. Like, it's hard. People think it's super easy to be a streamer, to just play a video game on streaming one. It's so not easy. You have so many technicalities, so much information you need, so many sources, so many cords. Oh my gosh, so many cords.
Oh, you saw my desk. My desk is my desk is
You don't even
cord.
want to look under mine.
Yeah, mine's is cord. Mine's is cord city.
My cord management is no, have zero.
Me too.
But yeah, that's definitely a challenge is mental awareness, mental health.
Yeah, yeah, and I was just gonna say, a lot of people don't realize the mental health aspect of streaming. And like I said, I
Hmm.
talked about this recently that you know it's okay to take a break and step away, and
Yeah.
whatever time you need, it's okay to say, you know what, let me just step away from this for a minute and refresh. And that's kind of what I did. That mixer shutdown was the best thing that happened to me because I wasn't even
Mm.
sure if I was going to get back into streaming. And when mixer when the, when everybody got fired on their day off is what we call it on the mixer side. Everybody got fired on their day off because they found out
Oh.
through an so all the partners. I don't know if you heard. All the partners found out. I wasn't a partner over there, but all of
Hmm.
the partners found out in the email. And I was in somebody's stream, and he read the email on stream like, "Yo, we all just got fired." And at least 3 streamers I know had just quit their full time jobs to start
Oh
streaming full
no.
time. And yeah, and they don't realize that meant that alone was enough to drive you to do a lot. But like I said,
Yeah, because people had people. Dang it! The heck is going on?
yeah, your camera's like, look,
Because people had so much invested,
right,
in Mixer, and they had their partners. They had millions of thousands of followers, millions of followers, and it was just like out of the blue, let's shut it down. I was like, dang, that sucks. I
yeah,
couldn't imagine starting over on a new platform. It was just lucky that so many, partners got opportunities on other platforms.
hmm
So that was very lucky for them. But what about the streamers that didn't have opportunities like that
yeah,
and
like
weren't partners and weren't? I don't even know what you are what's affiliate on Mixer. What's the equivalent?
there was no,
There wasn't. It was just
nah,
partner or nothing.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it was all or nothing pretty much.
wow.
If they had anything, I never made it to that. I never made it to that, and I had been on the platform for a couple of years, and I never made it to that status. But to your point, yeah, I mean, it was just even the little people that, and that's kind of some of my struggle now with streaming is that, they're quick to put you in these programs where people are buying stars or embers, I think it is on Twitch, and
Mm.
I mean, they give you a cut of it, but then it's so hard to get to that part. I mean, I know Facebook. So let me ask you this: what did you think about Facebook changing their requirements now for partnership? I don't know if you noticed that, but they did
I
make an
didn't. What
announcement
are the
about
new
them.
requirements?
So I think now it goes on. I think now it goes not only on just viewership, but I think it's supposed to also go on watched hours or something like that. There
Mm.
was a change, and I was like, and I was grinding hard on Facebook, and I know a lot of people that were grinding hard on Facebook. So, and I know we touched on the algorithm earlier. So, what happened with the algorithm was Facebook back in October, they changed it to where if a lot of your viewers, and actually, you know what, you wouldn't have gotten hit by it because of the time of day you stream. But
Mm.
a lot of my followership on Facebook came from overseas because I played COD Mobile a lot. So, Facebook did in October, they did something where the algorithm would send a notification to that person if it's during the time that they're typically online. So
Oh wow.
I stream in the evenings because I work a 9 to 5. I stream in the evenings. So all my overseas people, it's they're at least 5 6 hours ahead of me. So it's 1 2 in the morning there, and some of them would come in. Then phone may go up. Boop. Oh, Pharaoh's on. Oh, let me stop in for a couple of minutes. But if it was
Mm.
a time that you weren't typically on your phone on Facebook, they weren't even sending them the notifications.
Hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Another thing that people don't really pay attention to is your page insights page.
Hmm.
And you can see what time your followers are online most.
Right.
And that's typically when you want to stream. So my followers are on typically 11 to 2 or something like that. So that's
Hmm.
why I stream at 12. I just think that that's probably the best time I should stream because most of my followers are on at that time. So it kind of sucks because your followers were on when you were sleeping. So you would
Yeah.
have to change your whole schedule to be able to stream for them people. So
Yeah. I would have.
sucks.
Yeah. I would have had to change to typically in the daytime or early. Like, I mean, I see why some of the other streamers get on 6 7 in the morning Eastern Standard
Yeah.
Time because they're hitting that European Asian market where
Yep.
it's afternoon evening for them. And yeah, I would have had to
Mm-hmm.
change my whole schedule around, and to your point, and again, if you're listening or watching this, see what you just said about using your insights, knowing your analytics and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and some of you, again, if you're struggling in that space, make that adjustment. Know when you know when you're and Twitch. I can't even say Twitch does that. I can't even say Twitch does. They give you that kind of and those kind of analytics where you know when your viewers.
Maybe they do. They might, but I
gotta look into that.
That would be helpful if they did.
Sure. But if you're on Facebook Gaming, she's dropping more. She's about to go cross over into the $10,000 worth of game in a minute because she's again, but dropping jewels. Yeah, look at your analytics to see when your viewers are online.
Yes.
I may do a video. If I do a video on that, I'm definitely gonna give you the credit for bringing that to light.
Oh, thank you.
And that's what again, sharing information is always key and critical.
It definitely is. Help people out. Why not?
So what is the one thing your community may not know about you? Yeah, I'll say your camera bounced back. We kind of got this bond with your camera right now that is going to go out for a second.
Let's repeat that question.
No, you're good. Oh no, you're good. What was I asking? I know what I was asking. What is one thing your streaming community may not know about you? And again, you're pretty open with your community, but what is one thing that they may not necessarily know about you?
Not everybody may know that I'm actually a fraternal twin.
Right. Oh, I didn't know. No, yeah, I see it. I've been learning a lot of new stuff about a lot of the people that I interact with. But you are a fraternal twin. Mm-hmm. Who's older?
Chelsea. She's older by 2 minutes.
Wow.
So I left my mother in pain for another 2 minutes. Sorry.
That's interesting. I have nieces that are fraternal twins. So just to touch up this briefly on that. So what was that like? What was that like growing up? Because my nieces were close. They just turned 21 on the 8th, Saturday. So and they even hung out together, got their first legal drinks. But what was that like growing up? With a twin, like having two of everything. Like what was that like?
It was fun. My mom actually dressed us the same up until we were about 5, maybe 4, and it was. I don't really remember that, but we have a lot of pictures,
right.
And it's pretty ghastly if you ask me. But I'm so glad we don't do that anymore. But it was fun. We were not the same per se. Like we had different interests, and she was into different stuff than I was, and I was into different. Like I always played outside. I was always outside with my younger brother's friends. He was 2 years younger than me, and we were always just hanging out, getting dirty, riding bikes, fishing, going camping, building forts in the freaking forest, and it was super fun. But we had different interests, but it was still fun. She was annoying. We were, sisters are annoying, but I loved her nonetheless.
Does she game at all?
Right.
Does she game at all?
No, she doesn't game. That's where we were different. Me and my brother were the real twins. We gamed a lot together. He was really into that. When we were inside, she was usually with us, but she was a homebody more than anything. She didn't like coming out and playing, but I was always out there. My brother, that's my real twin. Sorry, Chelsea.
No, like I said, that's cool. Like I said, I've been, every podcast that I've always find something new about somebody. And like I said, I would have never, I think I've heard you talk about your brother before, and and you haven't really talked about this. It's only because, again, of the space that you guys share, having a common interest. But I would have never known. Wow, that's so again, hey, all-star community, you guys are getting the jewel right here, man.
Star Squad.
All right, so this next segment is brought to you by Diamond and the Doula. Again, if you're looking for a more natural, holistic way towards healing, I've shared this story a lot of times. I've been dealing with a bad back. She sent me some oils for my back, so before every podcast, I'm putting the oils on my back. And it's helping with the pain to go away. That's why I'm sitting away. I should be sitting a little bit better in this chair, but I try to show Technique some love. Technique, let me get that sponsorship as well. But again, if you're looking for a more natural, holistic way for healing, again, reach out to diamondanddoula.com to satisfy your needs. I'm also going to reach out to her because I'm starting to thin up top, and I just saw the recent pictures of Floyd Mayweather with all that hair, and Nas and Jay-Z with all that hair, and these guys all wore low haircuts all their lives, and now these guys got a head full of hair. So whatever they're using, I need to use, but I'm going to make sure I go to my doula, diamondanddoula.com, and to satisfy my holistic needs. And she doesn't deal in CBD. She deals in natural healing. All right, so I'm going to ask you some questions again, rapid fire style. Again, no right or wrong answer. Some answers may be more obvious than another, but just answer, whatever, comes comfortable to your mind.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to start off with Legend of Zelda or Call of Duty.
Legend of Zelda.
Okay,
No hesitation.
no hesitation. All right, mouse and keyboard or controller.
Controller. But I only can play Warzone with mouse and keyboard now. I can't go back to controller for some weird reason. I can't do it.
Now, how's that? People have been trying to convert me, but how's that experience been with mouse and keyboard?
Very informational and instructive. It's definitely because I have good hand-eye coordination. Oh my gosh,
Don't worry about the
I
camera.
have
Just keep
I have
going.
good hand-eye coordination. If anything, so I think mouse and keyboard has enhanced my ability to, kill people faster in Warzone because you used your whole wrist for, aiming, and it's a lot better for me.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta
It
get
was
into
hard.
it.
Not gonna lie, it was hard in the beginning. I took a KD drop. Okay, my KD is in the toilet in the duker. So because I switched over, but I'm okay with that. The learning curve is still afoot, but I think I'm doing good. I'm getting
Okay.
better.
Would you rather 100,000 followers or subs on YouTube or 100,000 followers on Facebook Gaming?
YouTube.
Okay. Interesting. You're the third person that said that, so I want to ask why YouTube over Facebook Gaming.
YouTube, you get paid by views, so there's a lot more, and it's a bigger platform. You can put anything on YouTube. And my page is just for gaming right now, but
Mm-hmm.
I do want to, broaden my horizons on my YouTube page. So I think 100,000 followers on YouTube would be really good for me. Really
Okay.
good for me.
Okay. Cool. No, I was just curious because I've gotten different. I think we're probably split between everybody that I've had on. Some have said YouTube, some have said their platform. No, but it's a good point. It's a very good point. Would you prefer console or PC?
PC. I would have said console a year ago. Soul and body and mind console, but now that I switched over to PC, I'm never going back.
Hey,
Never
PC
going
is
back.
like the dark side of the force.
It is. Come to the dark side. We have cookies.
All right. Would you rather a 20 kill match or a 2 kill dub in COD?
Oh, man.
Okay, we finally got
20
over
kill
one.
match.
20
I like the experience. I like to run and gun to get. It would be so boring. Oh my gosh, 2 kills the whole match. That would be very boring. You'd have to be camping if you only got 2 kills.
in solos, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. 20 kill match. That'd be good. I've yet to drop a 20 bomb, so
Yeah, neither have I. I think
16 is my highest,
I
and
think.
that's actually on my YouTube page. You can go
Oh,
find that.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Look at
No,
that.
yeah, we'll have links to your YouTube page. I think
And
15.
that was on controller. That was
Wow.
on controller.
What's
So
been your
I
highest
can't do
on?
that on.
What's been your highest on MK?
I think it was maybe 12,
12.
maybe 10 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
10 or 12.
I think 15 was my highest, and
That's pretty good.
yeah, I got a 15 kill match. Don't I was
Pretty
playing?
good.
Yeah, I was. I mean, my KD is terrible because I was terrible at Warzone when it first started. I was terrible. But since I started playing with some other people like Demo, Marisol, some other people, they like when you. I like playing with good people because they make you step your game up. So and they've made me step my game up. So yeah, I think 15 was the most, and I didn't even get the dub. So, but I still got to. I mean, to your point, I
Hey,
felt good about that
it's still
15. Yeah,
good.
yeah. Oh yeah, I felt. I was like,
It
damn,
feels
15.
great, like, oh, that many kills. Come on now. You can't beat that.
All right, so just turning our attention to music, and again, I try to throw a couple of music questions out there. Would you take Drake or Jay-Z?
Jay-Z. Let's
Jay-Z,
go
okay,
OG.
okay, okay. Notorious B.I.G. or Tupac?
Ooh. Probably
Oh, if you answer didn't come through, it clicked out.
Oh, Notorious B.I.G.
Okay, Biggie. All right, all right.
Yeah.
Nicki or Cardi B?
Oh, why? Oh,
Oh,
Nikki.
Nicki. Okay.
Yep,
She's supposed to
Nikki.
be coming back out this week. I heard.
Is she?
Yeah, I heard she's
She's
supposed to
out of
be.
retirement?
I heard she's supposed to be coming out of retirement. I read something on social
Okay.
media earlier. She's supposed to be coming out of retirement on Friday.
That's cool. I wish Riri would come out of retirement. I miss her.
Yeah, she
I
will.
miss
I
her.
mean,
But
eventually, you get bored, and your
she's
creative
good.
mind, you got to drop something now. Come on.
No, she's good, man. She's good.
All right, Foxy Brown or Little Kim?
I barely know who Foxy Brown is. I'm sorry, don't shoot me.
No,
So I'm
no,
gonna
no,
say
no.
have to say Lil Kim.
No. You're the second. My last guest said she knew of Foxy Brown and didn't know a single Foxy Brown song, but she knows Little Kim. Like,
If you played one, I probably know the song, but I can't name any of her songs off the top of my head.
wow. So there's no
Yeah,
listen, no, listen. I'm
I'm
from New
young.
York. See, I'm from New York, so I know, the whole. They're both from Brooklyn, so I kind of know. But no, there's nothing. Like I said, that just speaks volumes to, Little Kim's reach and how many people that she's reached with her music, and a lot of people don't realize. I hope she comes back out with something. I was kind of upset how she changed her whole look, but okay, Little Kim, okay. All right, so just a couple of more questions I wanted to throw out there to you before we wrap up. Thank you again for participating in that.
Of
That was pretty
course,
cool.
of course.
Okay, so what has been your greatest streaming achievement at this point in your journey? What is the thing that you're most proud of?
Greatest streaming achievement. Dang, that's a good one. Um, wow, I'm like spaced. What's my greatest streaming? Oh, okay. So
Okay.
making a YouTube and putting a video out there. That's way out of my comfort zone. I've never done that before. I even edited the video myself,
Nice.
and it came out okay. I mean, I don't know why it uploaded in 360p. I don't know why. So that sucks. So I might have to re-upload it, but that was probably my greatest streaming achievement. Is just doing something like that, just making content off of my stream and putting it out there. Just being
Nice.
out there.
So let me ask you this, just to kind of touch up on your upload. Did you pull the data? Did you pull it from Facebook Gaming, the VOD, or did you pull it directly off your hard drive?
Honestly, I couldn't even tell you.
Okay.
I probably pulled it from the VODs.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna. And the advice I was gonna tell you was pull it when you're streaming, try to record it into your hard drive, and then because it'll be cleaner that way. And then when you
Yeah.
and what were you using to do your edits in?
Adobe Premiere Pro.
Okay, that's what I use. Okay, so as long as you point that to your graphics card, but it's your source data. So usually the VODs are lower quality, but if you
Yeah.
set your software to record while you're streaming, and then I would say just get a portable. Like I have a 6 terabyte hard drive that I just throw all my old VODs on. So because they take up
Okay.
space pretty quick on your normal machine.
True.
But record it while you're streaming it, so that way you can go back and you can always, it's easier to edit and it's easier to and the quality is going to be better.
Yeah, I've actually learned that. My second video was way cleaner because I learned to do that. And I was just like, oh, that's a lot better. Maybe I should restart, that, I don't know, that video. Maybe I should upload it again in a higher quality. But it's got a couple views. I'm not too worried about it. It'll just show my progress from,
Yeah.
what I came from to where I'm at now. So I like that.
From what they say, from how I started and where I'm at, something like that.
Yep.
What they say, yeah.
Yep.
If people go and see my first stream, and I talked about this last week. My first stream, I had no camera, no nothing, and then I actually just found my first video stream. I got a white wall behind me. I got some mic. I think the C920 Logitech was my first camera, and then I got a
Me too.
922, and I mean, I just like I said, just push record. Me and two of my buddies, we was playing Battlefield when Battlefield was fun, and we just hit record and we just did it. So
Just did it.
just like Nike, just did it. So when you retire, decide to call it a career, and so the year, let's say right now the year is 2051. We're going 30 years in the future, and you said, you know what? I think I got the family here. The grands are streaming. I've turned Sam All Star into a nice streaming community, and I've passed it on to the next generation. What would you like to be most remembered for when you call it quits in the content creation platform?
Probably just someone that is fun to be around. Just having a good vibe, having a good chill sesh. Somebody that can make a difference in your day. Maybe sometimes, if you're feeling down, just come into the stream, say hi, chat. I just positive vibes. That's what I want to be remembered for.
Positive vibe. Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I don't know. Like I said, I think tactical grandma's kind of moved the envelope
She is
for.
so cute. I love her.
Yeah,
I love
I do
her.
watch her, but she's moved. Like I had a plan on retiring at some point, but now watching her having success as older. I mean, and for those coming up behind me, you guys are like, well, she's doing it at her age. I can get I can keep on going. So
Yeah, yeah. She's
I
definitely awesome.
yeah, I just don't want to be in my 70s and I'm still like, you
Yeah, I
know,
was thinking like, ooh, I'll be like 50, almost 60. I don't know if I would be streaming that long. Hopefully not. I mean, if it's fun, if it gets, if it pays the bills, maybe, but hopefully I see myself branching off from streaming
mhm.
into just full-on content creator of everything. Maybe I don't have to stream at all. Maybe I stream less than, putting out videos. I think it's probably, yeah, it's probably a good call. I think I'll be doing more than streaming, hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's the hey, no, expand the brand. I
Yes.
always tell people, don't just, you stay in your lane, but you expand your highway, meaning
Mm-hmm.
that you're in your lane, but I can go into, I can put my blinker on and I can go into this lane, and I'm still,
Mm-hmm.
minding my business, doing what I do.
Exactly.
But you stay. I'm gonna put that on the T-shirt. Stay in your lane, but expand your highway. If
That's
anybody
a
tried
good
to steal
slogan.
that, actually, I'm gonna design
It's
that tonight.
recorded.
I'm
It's
gonna
recorded
design that.
here.
I'm gonna design that tonight.
Do that. Do that.
Look at
Before
the.
you put the video
I'm gonna
out.
send. As a matter of fact, when I get it designed, I'm gonna send you a shirt because
Yeah,
you
that'd be
gave
awesome.
you gave me that idea. I'm gonna send you a shirt. I'm gonna send you a shirt.
Thanks.
All right. So last question. So tell us how you came up with your name. Your the Sam All Star. How did you come up with that?
So my name wasn't always Sam All Star. It was actually Sam Star with 5 R's. Don't
Right.
ask me.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't
No, I
ask
remember
me.
that. Yeah.
It's right here. And I don't know. I was just like, that's too many R's. I have to think of something else. And I was like, Sam, you literally have an email, Sam All Star. I was like, why don't you just use that? Why did you leave the all out of your name? I don't know. It's like a brain fart on my part. I made it that email in 8th grade actually.
Wow.
7th or 8th grade.
Okay.
And I was just like, Sam All Star. That's actually a pretty cool name. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
go with that. Why not? And it just happened, and I was like, that's a lot better than Sam Star R.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't know what I was thinking.
no. I mean, you're trying to be creative, put a creative spin on it, but then sometimes you just got to realize, when you go back to what worked, Sam Mozart is like, okay, yeah, that works. No,
I
that's.
think I tried to do Sam Star, but
Hmm.
I think everyone had that name taken up or something like that, so I had to put more R's on the bot.
Right.
It's like they had them for 3 R's, they had them for 4 R's and five. I was like, geez, how many R's do I need? I was like, fine, 5 R's, whatever. Just make it. I was probably frustrated. Just like, just take it. 5 R's. I don't care. Just let me be done. This is what I'm doing. Fine. I was just like, oh, why don't you just do something else? Because that's a little excessive. All those R's.
No,
It's like
it's
Sam,
very
duh.
very
Sam
creative.
All Star,
Yeah.
duh.
No,
So
it's
now I
very.
got to get like all new merch because all my merch has all the R's on it.
No, but now
Dang
but
it.
now it becomes classic merch though. Listen,
Exactly.
honestly,
Vintage.
I would honestly tell you, don't stop selling it. It's
Mm-hmm.
that's still a part of your journey. Sam
Yeah.
Star is still a part of your journey, and I
Yeah.
like the way that shirt looks. So
Oh, thank you.
definitely, I would say keep it. Keep it. keep it there. Don't
I already changed it, but I'll keep these ones. Maybe I'll sell
yeah, a
them in
couple
the
of
future. Maybe
shirts.
they'll be worth money. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you call them. No, I mean just I. So as much game as you giving me today, I'm gonna give you some game. You call it your
Okay.
your classic throwback.
Yeah.
And when you label it in the store, hey, here's my classic throwback T-shirt. And you just put on the black shirt and just put it out
Heck
there.
yeah.
You'd be
I'm definitely
surprised.
gonna keep the logo and probably make
Yeah,
some merch, some old school merch.
yeah,
Make it look vintage or something. That's a good idea.
yeah, fade it out a little bit and yeah,
Yeah.
make it look vintage. That's right.
Okay, okay. Maybe a little black and white in there. I don't know. That's pretty cool. That's a good idea. Thanks.
Hey, that's what we do, man. We gotta share the knowledge and share the love and
I'll send you some merch when I make it.
deal, deal. All right, so before we close the show, let everybody know. Again, you've already stated that they can find you on Facebook Gaming. Let everybody know the times that you're. I know you do bonus streams, but let everybody know like what's your typical time that they can find you over on Facebook Gaming. And again, we'll have links all down in the
Okay.
description.
All right. So I typically go live Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Wednesdays are usually my editing days. So maybe I'll throw in a bonus stream here or there, maybe after I'm done. But those are my typical days, and then I have the weekends off. And you guys can find me on Discord at invite.gg/SamAllstar, and also my Snapchat and my Instagram. So actually, my Snapchat and my Discord are the same. So it's Sam Allstar 7887,
Okay.
and then the Twitch is Star Sam _. I don't
Okay.
know. My Instagram is Sam Allstar _, and so is my Activision.
Okay. Yeah, like I said,
Guys
we'll
can
make
follow
sure.
me
Yeah, we'll make sure we'll have links to all of that because again,
So much.
I want to celebrate you again as I say as part of my Women in Gaming series, and for the listeners and viewers out there, Sam is somebody whose content that I do watch. I jump in her streams and she's like, "Hey, Pharoah, we do have to play. We have to play a match together. I know our schedules
Yeah.
have been a little off, but we do have to play a match together. But please make sure you check her out. Make sure you drop that follow on her Facebook page. Let's get again. This is another streamer here that I'm vouching for. That we have to get this young lady to full-time content creator. She deserves it. Her content is great. Her rage is hilarious. You're gonna if you a rager I'm a quiet. I don't rage too much on. I only rage when I die in the gulag because I call myself the ruler of the gulag. But that gulag has been trashed.
The self-proclaimed ruler of the
See,
gulag.
look. See, she knows that's right. Self-proclaimed ruler of the gulag. So,
Yeah.
but but again, she makes awesome content. Please make sure you show her some love. Make sure you show her some love on YouTube. She's giving you guys $1,000 worth of game on this podcast. Looking at your analytics and stuff like that. So again, make sure you check out. Do you have any parting thoughts for the viewing and listening audience?
No, well, kind of. I mean, thank you if you're gonna come follow me. Show some love, show some support. Definitely stick around. Farrah's gonna have a lot more of these cool podcasts with the amazing content creators. So I thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yes,
I'm honored
ma'am.
to be here.
Yes, man. It was a pleasure again having you as part of this Women in Gaming series, and again, appreciate you making the time. And as we always end the podcast, you could have spent your time doing anything in the world, but you spent it with me, and I appreciate it. Yo, big up Brooklyn. Yo, Pharoah is out, and never be afraid to bet on yourself. Peace out.